In this video, I'm going to show you how to beat Champion Nemona, who's been trying to battle you the entire game, and now you can put her in her place, even though she's going to want to battle you after that anyway. Now before you start, I should let you know that her final Pokemon she's going to be using is the same one you fought throughout the entire game, depending on the starter you picked. It could be Quaquaval, it could be Meowscarada, or it could be Skeledirge. So make sure you prep your team for that, because she's going to use that one for your starter that you picked. Her first Pokemon, however, is going to be the Rock-type Lycanroc, which is weak to water, grass, fighting, ground, or steel. It has a very good speed and a very good attack, so it's probably going to go faster than you, so be very careful because you might take a hit from this one, and it's going to hit you with a physical attack, so make sure you have a lot of defense on your Pokemon that starts out. As usual, I highly recommend starting out with a Pokemon that uses the move Stealth Rock to put rocks around, so that every time Nemona throws Pokemon onto the battlefield, they take damage and makes them easier to beat. In my case, I took a hit from it, but I was able to tank it with Garganacl and then get out a Heavy Slam to take it out with that super effective Steel-type move. Her next Pokemon is also going to be fast and also going to have a lot of attack. This is Pawmot, which is an electric type, electric and fighting by the way. It has a weakness to ground, fairy, and psychic type Pokemon, so make sure you have a Pokemon that is able to do that. Again, you can either go fast or you can go slower and just be able to take a physical type hit, which is going to hurt quite a lot, so make sure you have a lot of defense to take on her first two Pokemon that she uses here. In my case, I used Armor Rouge. After taking a hit, I used a Psychic move and took out the enemy Pawmot, or the enemy. She's the enemy, not my rival friend. No, she's the enemy. Damn, dude. Her next Pokemon is going to be Orthworm, which is a steel type, which has a weakness to fire, fighting, and ground. It has a lot of defense, so I highly recommend attacking this one with a special type move, because its special defense is really weak. So it's easy to be faster than this one. Just use a special type move. If you use it in fire, fighting, or ground, it's going to go down super easily. I just noticed that I didn't even have to use Armor Cannon. I could have used Flamethrower, and it would have gone down super easily. It's only defensive in a physical way. So special moves, it's going to be easy. Her next Pokemon is going to be the Dragon type Goodra, which has a weakness to Ice, Dragon, and Fairy type moves. Now this Pokemon has a very default speed and defense, but it has a very good special defense, attack, special attack, and a decent HP. So whatever you do, don't use special type attacks on Goodra, because she'll take, or it will take, multiple hits from you. So make sure you hit it with a physical attack in either Ice, Dragon, or Fairy. I have Garchomp, so I'm going to be using Dragon Claw, which is going to hit it right in its biggest weakness, you know, Dragon, as well as its defense, which is really low, and boom, physical type move is going to take it out super easily. Just don't fall for the trick of using a special type attack, because you'll be using it more than once, even if it's super effective. Nemona's next Pokemon is going to be Dudunsparce, which is a normal typing, which has a weakness to fighting type moves. It has a lot of HP, a lot of attack, but a very slow speed. Overall, its defenses are kind of well-rounded. It has a weaker special defense, so it doesn't really matter what you use here. I'm going to go for a fighting type move, a close combat. As long as my Pokemon's strong enough, like my Annihilate, it's going to one-shot Dudunsparce with a close combat move. Just be, you know, super effective with a fighting type move. You will take this out quite easily. Now, depending on your starter, her final Pokemon is going to be the one that she picked at the beginning of your game. In my game, she picked Quaquaval, which is going to terrestrialize into a water type. You know, Meowscarada is going to terrestrialize into a grass type, and Skeledirge is going to terrestrialize into a fire type. So make sure you counter those types depending on what she's used on you previously throughout the game. So just be in mind, you're just going to be fighting a tougher version of the one she's used against you before. I, for one, actually didn't have any counters for water Pokemon in my team. Even though I started out with Meowscarada, I just haven't used it on my team since the beginning of the game. So I don't have a counter for water, so I lost my Annihilate. I just got to use another just normal effective type move to take out this Quaquaval. So make sure you counter the type that Pokemon or the Nemonas had before and used against you based on the starter she picked. And that is how you're going to beat Champion Nemona in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.